So I got a bit excited there, but rightly so, because as I said, this is pretty amazing stuff. We can tell things what we want them to do and then watch them happen and then eventually give them their own behavior and see how they work in the world. Well, let's just show you what I did wrong there. Okay, so I set the health decay rate. Now what if I wanted it to drop within 3 seconds? Let's hit play. I can walk backwards to it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Now what's happened there? It didn't fall out. It took 5 seconds. Well, I hope you saw it as I was doing it. I was so excited. I hard-coded these values. Look, I meant to use the variable that I created, and I just jumped straight along and punched in a hard-coded value. I set it to a finite absolute 5, value of 5. That's what we want there. So now let's see what happens. So we're now actually going to use our decay rate to work out how fast it's going to go down. Let's just quickly test that out. Remember, it wasn't working before. Okay, we're turning around. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So just fixing up that little error too. What else can we do to make this smarter? Just say we didn't want to use 100 for health. Let's bring in another variable. This time I will make it private, because this is nothing that anything else is going to use except this script. And we're just going to put in our starting health. And let's make sure it's a variable. Private variable, starting health. And this is going to be a type float. And we're not going to assign it here, because we're going to initialize it in the start. Because it's private, and we want to know what value we put in the inspector here. We could change this because it's public. So our starting health is going to equal what? It's going to equal the health that is in the inspector at the time. Okay? Now, again, working smarter here, instead of using this hard-coded value of 100, we now have a starting health variable. And that's what we want to divide by our decay rate to work out our modifier. Okay, so let's save that out, let the script compile, let's clear errors. So I've already proved that. Let's just even make it quicker. 2 seconds, hit play, see if we can see him straight away. Far away, where'd he go? 1. Okay, I must have seen him in the middle and I was too busy looking at the scene. I wasn't watching the inspector. Alright, so I'm going to walk backwards so I know what's happening. Okay, he's there. Ready? 1, 2. There we go. Okay, so that's now working that part. Let's test out if we change the health. Okay, let's say we only have a health of 20. That's for some reason we wanted to use a health that had a maximum value of 20. Alright, let's hit play. Let's see if that equation is still working. Okay, he's there again. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, so even though we've set a different health, it's still decaying at the same rate. Over 2 seconds, it goes from 20 to 0. Okay, so we've added that in. I'm going to reset. Oops. Going to reset those values. And we've made changes, so I'll save the scene. Alright, so hope that was clear. That kind of showed what I did there. Okay, so what can we do next?